Hey guys, so I don't really have a plan for today's video. Um, the weather's just really nice, so I thought might as well record. It's been a hot minute, and mostly that's because it's been raining so much where I live, and I checked the forecast because I was like maybe I'll record tomorrow instead of recording today because I was tired. I had an opening shift this morning, that's why I look so rough, but yeah, I'm tired, and I was like, oh, I'll just record tomorrow, and I checked the forecast, and it's 100% rain, and it's gonna be really cold. And where I'm recording, there's not a whole lot of rain protection, and I would have gotten soaked, and my equipment would have gotten soaked. So, I don't know. I just pulled out the camera today, my phone, and no real plan. Just gonna talk because it's been like a week since I uploaded anything. I don't know like how often I'm gonna upload or if I'm gonna keep doing this, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. I've always wanted to do this. It's just that it's kind of weird talking in public. Like even now I'm in my neighborhood park and there's no one around. Earlier there were people out here and I was like, oh shoot, I'm not gonna record. But there's like no one here now, and even though there's no one here, it's still kind of weird talking to a camera. Like no one really mentions that when you like watch YouTubers. It's like these people are talking to cameras in their rooms like by themselves, you know what I mean? And like they're like, hey guys, like, but they're just talking to a camera, and like right now I'm like staring at the camera, but it's so weird because I'm like not looking at myself, I'm looking at the camera, and there's no one here, and there's like people around me. They could probably hear me from their houses, and still a little shy about that, but whatever. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but anyways, I was just thinking right in the shower, as most people do, right? And I was shampooing my hair, and my hair was falling out because that's what happens when you wash your hair and stuff. But just male pattern baldness came to mind, right? And then I had like this moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a genius, I can like make an analogy here. So I don't really like have anything to add on to the analogy, so I'll just say the analogy. So like basically, if you knew that you were gonna get male pattern baldness like crazy, right, by the age of 30, would you have the same haircut for your whole life until you're 30? Or like have like a super short haircut where you just have a buzz cut or a crew cut, right? No, if you knew that you were gonna get male pattern baldness or go completely bald, I feel like most people, I would at least grow out my hair super long or try out crazy hairstyles. And I feel like that's a pretty good analogy for life, right? Like, you're gonna die. You don't know exactly when, right? You don't know exactly when you're gonna die or how you're gonna die, but we all know what's gonna happen. So why don't we start living like it? You know what I mean? Like, we know we're gonna die, so why don't we, try all these things while we're still alive? And I don't know. I just think that's pretty profound. I came up with that. But yeah, no. I just think we should, do more stuff, do more things. Even if we don't like, maybe it's a little bit weird, like recording out in public like this. I don't know. I'm in my pajamas as well, so I probably look kind of goofy. You guys can't see it, but I'm wearing my pajama pants and bright orange Crocs. But anyways, but yeah, I think we should, live a little, try new things, because there's gonna be a time when we can't do it, right? We don't have to necessarily die, but we're gonna be super old and crippled and in a nursing home, and we're not gonna be able to do the things that we want to do, right? So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird, or not weird, but like when you put it that way, it's like, why don't we just do whatever we want, right? Why don't we just try new things? But then there's also like I know that, right? Like I came up with that now. I came up with that analogy and whatever, but it's kind of hard to put it into practice, right? Because when you're, doing your thing, we most of us have a routine, or even if you don't have like a set schedule or anything, like when you're gonna go to bed, what you have to do, or what you want to do for a career and what you have to do for that career. So it's like really hard to try out new things. Whereas with hair and male pattern baldness, you can just cut your hair, rub some hair oil in there, and like, magic hair grower, go to Turkey and get hair transplant or whatever. You can't really do that with life. And so, it's hard to put that into practice. And I don't know, I was kind of thinking, like, how can we really like break free from what we're already doing? You know what I mean? Like, I have a friend, he does he has some crazy like resume. Like when he applies to college, the college admissions people are gonna be like, whoa, oh wow, yeah, well, great. You know what I mean? Like, he's, ASB, like the president of our entire school for several years. He's lieutenant governor for Key Club for the district. He's running for international office for Key Club. He does FBLA, although I'm better in FBLA than him. But whatever. He, he's in a lot of clubs. He does a lot of things, but it's like he doesn't know what he wants to do. And he's so busy all the time. He doesn't have time to do anything because he's part of so many things and he has so many responsibilities. And I just feel like if I were in that position, I think I'd go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, having a schedule where you can't have your own free time, or you can't go out with your friends and it's all work. You're literally going crazy. Like, I don't know. And then with him, it's like this thing that I was talking about, like, it's hard to break from that routine or that cycle. Like, he's too far to stop. You know what I mean? That's his thing. And it's kind of sad seeing that. Like, he's told me how stressful it is and how he doesn't have any time, and if he doesn't get into like his dream college, it's just all for naught, right? Like, for me, I've done a lot of things too, maybe not international level, but I've got quite the resume, and it's I'm glad that I kind of know what I want to do, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't get stuck in that resume building or just doing things because I'm expected to do them, right? Like, all the things that I've done are things that I've wanted to do, and I think that's something that's pretty valuable, especially in today's like super competitive scene with schooling, and where it feels like everyone has raised $250,000 for cancer research or whatever, or like has started their nonprofit and cured cancer. But I don't know. The dog barking kind of made me lose my train of thought. Also, at work today, because I don't know if I said that already, but yeah, I worked this morning. My manager, or one of my managers, was like telling me about how she woke up at 4 a.m. and studied and went to school and, went to worked like 6 or 7 hours afterwards and got home at like 9:30, like every day during the week. And she loved it. And I was like, no, like, I go to school, right? And we get out at 2 p.m. Like, I get there at like 6:30, 6 or 7. Bro, I'll stop. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I go to school, right? And then I have work in the afternoon on Wednesdays, and that's it. I do other stuff out of school, but right now, you know, during the winter, there's, you know, you don't really need lifeguards, but well, at least outdoor, you don't need a lot of lifeguards, so I get less hours. But anyways, I feel like absolutely drained after that. And she also worked out before her like shift, and her job was like literally walking around everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I gotta lock in and be like that. But it's kind of hard with like senior year. You know, people said senioritis. Ah, senioritis. And I always thought, you know, okay, you're being a little wimp, right? It can't be that bad. It's your senior year. Just, you know, just stop being a little wimp, right? But after college admissions, like submitting all my essays and applications and such, it's like, I don't want to do anything. And I think it's mainly because I've got nothing to work towards right now. Like, my classes, I'm taking APs. I didn't get all the APs I wanted. Unfortunately, my schedule didn't work out. So I only have a couple APs this year. And it's like, I'm staring at the wall going crazy because it's so easy. Or like, there's not a lot of work. Like, we're not doing anything. And it's just such a stark contrast from last year where I had 5 APs and I was taking like AP Chemistry, AP Calculus BC, AP US History, like the big AP courses. And I would just, you know, eat the homework for lunch and dinner and, you know, late night snack. And it was totally fine. Like, I was great. AP Lang as well, AP Psych, whatever. But now I'm like not doing anything, and I'm still doing really good in the classes. Like, I still have a 4.0 GPA. I'm doing consistently like the highest score on tests in like all my classes. But it's like at that level where it's easy enough to where I don't have to like think too much, but then it's also like enough work that I can't just slack off. And like, I don't want to slack off. I want to like do something, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of why I think I started, you know, filming, because it just gives me something to do, something to say. Because a lot of my friends graduated last year as well, so in my classes I'm not talking to anyone. Well, I'm talking to people, but not in like the same way that I talked to my friends last year. Like, I had a friend, we talk a lot about you know, deeper topics just for fun, and it was good because we were both like at, you know, the same level, and we were on the same page, and we had some differing opinions, so we could, you know, have some productive discussions. But now I'm just, oh, how are you doing? How was your weekend? You know what I mean? There's like, my brain is not being stimulated. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm yapping a lot. I feel like this video is going on for quite a while. I could have made like 7 videos with everything I'm talking about. Whatever. I'm just doing this because the weather's nice and I should get out. Bro, my hair's getting long too. My hair is getting long. I gotta get a haircut. Should I go bald for the male pattern baldness theme? Just like try it out. I don't know. I hope I don't go bald. Do I look like I'm going bald? I don't know. I'm only 18, so I hope I'm not. But yeah, I don't know. And when I'm asking people about like senioritis and stuff, bro, I hate senioritis like as a term, like as a concept, but I can't believe like it's hitting us hard. But when I ask other people, they're like, yeah, they feel it too, or they're like, no, I don't feel it at all. I'm having a great time. Bro, senior year is like the worst thing I've ever, like, worst year ever, like actually terrible. I don't know what it is. And I'm like learning French, or I'm trying to learn French. French is so hard, like actually. And there's no one to practice it with. But I'm forcing myself to slowly learn French. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've run out of things to talk about, or at least, things I could talk about on camera. So I don't know. Yeah, let me know if this is like the style that you guys like better. Because my other videos, I didn't have like a script per se, but I had like points that I wanted to talk about, and so I would have a topic, and then I'd try to navigate through the points, and it's kind of incoherent at times because I'm trying to make sure I cover everything, but also trying to think of other things to say in the video and not just like read off, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, this one I just turned the camera on and just started talking. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe sometime. We'll see if the rain ever stops. I'm glad. Oh my gosh, I should end this video, but I'm so glad that, where I live, we're not affected by the freaking ice blizzard, Santa Claus storm that's like in the south and the east. And I don't know if it's in the Midwest, but yeah, like of America, like over here. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of crazy, and I'm really glad that look at our weather. I think it's 40 degrees right now. Yeah, I don't know. Do I look tired? I am tired. Freak, I look tired. Anyways, I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next video.